Young ladies in Norway 1890s. Young couple in love 1920s. Woman and Horse by Felix Theolia 1899. Vintage tennis photo women smoking cigarettes 1930s. Two friends strolling in a cool stream on a warm day 1910. Tourists sunbathing and drinking tea on top of the Great Pyramid of Giza 1938. Times Building under construction 1903. Three young ladies posing with a friend 1930. Three women who completed their education and graduated as physicians in Philadelphia 1885. Three boys are fishing for change during the Great Depression, New York 1930. This is believed to be the earliest photograph of NYC. The old Cincinnati Library before being demolished 1874-1955. These progressive high school girls learn the finer points of auto mechanics in 1927. The high jump at Olympics Games in London 1908. The Beatles' rooftop concert in 1969. The barge Marine Angel negotiates a turn through the appraised Michigan Avenue. Sunday at Coney Island 1949. Star Wars cast out of costumes: Harrison Ford, Han Solo, David Prowse, Darth Vader, Peter Mayhew, Chewbacca, Carrie Fisher, Princess Leia, Mark Hamill, Luke Skywalker and Kenny Baker. R2-D2, shy young woman smiling for the camera 143 years ago. Portrait of a young boy Claude Clark sitting on a rocking horse 1902. Pulling out a splinter in 1910. Portrait of a very handsome young man 1904. Police officer Germany 1925. Participants in the Miss Beautiful Eyes beauty pageant Paris 1930. Nellie Brown, an African-American cowgirl c. Moving a house using horses. Mount Adams Incline and Price Hill Incline. Lisa Fonzagrives at the Eiffel Tower 1939. Kids playing on the Lower East Side, New York 1963. In the Victorian era, the woman's hair was considered an important part of her appearance and it marked her status and her femininity. Having a little fun on the beach in 1940. Here we see the creation of the Central Line in 1898. Happy New Year 1907. Formal portraits rarely featured smiles, but they can be found in photographs of daily life during this period. Finnish cavalry training 1930s. Ernest Hemingway on the steps of his Cuban estate Finca Vigia nuzzling one of his beloved polydactyl cats San Francisco de Paula circa 1954. Elk River and his wife Montana 1890. Edwardian woman with her friend 1905. Drive-in theater. Delta 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 Sorority Sisters, University of Texas Austin, 1944. Daytona Beach, 1903. Dapper young man all dressed up to have his photo made, 1905. Damascus Gate, one of the main gates of the Old City of Jerusalem. Charitable Chinese man feeding a criminal in a can. Country Store, North Carolina, 1939. Charlie Chaplin was ahead of his time, 1922. Butterfly Boy, New York City, 1949. Bruce Lee teaching his son Brandon martial arts at an early age. Belgium coal miners crammed into a coal mine elevator coming up after a day of work circa 1900. Barefoot kids at a mobile book cart in the Appalachian Mountains. A young woman posing for a studio portrait, Kentucky, 1890-1910. A young family in Martin Place, Sydney, Australia, 1950s. A young Kiowa woman in native dress. A promising young photographer, 1880s. Apache woman and child. A one-room schoolhouse, 1923. Anne Frank at school. A New York construction worker walks along a girder high above the city streets circa 1950. A Native American belonging to the Ojibwe people spearfishing in a lake somewhere in Minnesota, United States. A man standing on the first cables during the construction of the Golden Gate Bridge with the Presidio and San Francisco in the background. A man selling brooms and baskets. A man in traditional dress in Kestri, Greece 1912. A man in the moon hair beard combo 1895. Algeria 1940-1960 Muslim couple and European couple. 2 stories civilization religion. But one country. Albert Einstein posing for a photograph in Zurich, Switzerland at the age of 24 in 1903. A group of breaker boys at the Woodward coal mines in Kingston, Pennsylvania pose for a photograph. A father with his 4 daughters 1904. A family plays on a unique 4-person homemade swing in Finland 1954. A drunken man in top hat and tails clings to a lamppost London 1934. Actress Miss Gabrielle Ray circa 1900. A beautiful couple from the 1940s. A baby learning how to walk in a wicker frame as mom does laundry. A 1936 drought refugee from Polk, Missouri awaiting the opening of orange picking season in Porterville, California. 1948 Scottish ballerina Moira Shearer plays dancer Victoria Page in the classic film The Red Shoes. (1926) Easter celebration with some very happy children. Four generations, one picture 1905. Woman hailing a cab in New York City 1956. Whirling horse, a Sioux Native American man. Window cleaners cleaning high-rise on Madison Avenue. Viet Cong medics operate on an injured Cambodian soldier 1970. The soldiers fed the polar bears with condensed milk tins. The Noonans, a family of 15 living in 1920s. The Grand Prix in Monaco 1937. Scientists studying moon phases on models in preparation for us manned second-class saloon Nome Alska July 1, 1901. San Francisco's Golden Gate Bridge. Rooms Mauritania, also known as the Maury, was an ocean liner of the Cunard, police officer guarding a pharmacy in high flood waters, Ontario. 90 people sleeping on the crowded platform of Elephant and Castle tube station while police dog on duty inside car. Paris viewed from the top of Notre Dame, 1955. On October. Neighborhood kids sharing a laugh in Nebraska, 1910. Mother and daughter watch a tall ship navigate the Thames in London, 1880. Mistletoe salesman, Paris, 1928. Mother with her daughter, 1880. Milk delivery by dogcart, Studio City, California, circa 19. Man standing in the lumberyard of Seattle Cedar Lumber Manufacturing, 19. Louis Lola Titanic survivors. Los Angeles development boom of the 1950s. Kids playing in a fire hydrant in NYC in the summer of 1950. In the 1940s, men dressed in shorts and cowboy boots served up to women. In the 1920s and 1930s, sheep were routinely introduced into high school teenagers, 1947. Gypsy children being taught to play the violin in a courtyard of one of the poorer. Fashion show on board the New York, New Haven and Hartford Railroad show train. Digging graves as a hobby, 1916. Couples dancing in the grand foyer of the Paris Opera House at a victory ball. Boys sidewalk sledding on steep San Francisco Hill Street, 1950. Bell Labs experimental videophone, 1960s. A white and a black men leading a civil rights march in the late 1950s. A stylish woman walking her dog at the Bois de Boulogne in Paris, 1910. An elevator parking lot in New York. A mom asks not to kiss her baby to avoid catching a bug, 1939. A family from Wisconsin, late 1800s. 30 men prove the strength of the DKW front Reichsglacis Type 4.